doing
Busy
lots
day.
of everything and seeming to getting absolutely nothing done. Yeah, run around the countryside as normal. Guitar lessons for the kids, art lessons for the kids. Take the son to work, drop them off. Go here, go IKEA, go shopping for water bowls. Come home
IKEA?
and wonder
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flat Pack Central.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you. You can normally pick up some cheap water bowls in there, but not today. So the other option I normally go to is Victoria's Basement. They normally have some stuff, but they load it up with all their Christmas stuff as always. So nothing there either. But anyway, running out of room in the hatchery racks quite quickly. I've already shoved 100 snakes in there, and it's like,
so where's the rest going?
Yeah, I reckon. So, what was you busy day at work for yourself, mate?
It was actually. Saturdays have been a bit average lately. It was kind of like a big boom straight out of COVID lockdown, and then died off a little bit. But today, a few more people around, which is nice. So, like, I really dislike going to work on a Saturday for some reason. But I don't mind if it's busy and it's worth going. There's nothing worse than going to work and doing jack shit when you've got so many other things that I could be doing elsewhere. So, no, it's a good day. It goes fast then.
That's it.
It rips on through. Yeah, then you're out of there. So it's good. Get out by 2.
There was nothing worse than being quiet at work.
No, boring as shit. And yourself, I sit there looking at the clock thinking, I could have just fed half the hatchery room in that 3 hours I sat here and did nothing. So.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, but anyway.
So Moonglow's tonight, mate. Are you finally going to get on the scoreboard with a white snake?
Mate, well, I touched base with one last season, as you know, but unfortunately it got a little bit carried away and absorbed everything in the egg sac, in the egg itself. And
including itself?
Including near itself, yeah. The egg sac, the embryo, the whole lot disappeared. And, unfortunately that died probably 2 or 3 days later, sadly.
Got out of the egg or never?
Yeah, it came out and everything, but just, there was a hole in it that was probably where the umbilical cord comes out. It was probably, I'd say, 10 mil long.
Yep.
And the whole, the egg sac, for argument's sake, was like sucked right up in there. It was just a white hanging out, so it hadn't broken off the umbilicus as it should have done.
Yep. So open wounds, never good.
Yeah, so I tried treating it, tried doing everything, but no, it wasn't meant to be, I'm afraid. So it's the only one I've seen. So not even the snow. I got a few Sunglows and Ghosts and Axanthics last season and stuff, but missed the magical white snake, sadly.
Tonight could be the night. How many eggs you got?
Not many. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It was only a small clutch. I think it was about 15. There was 3 slugs. So she was one girl that wasn't didn't get fed anywhere near enough during off season because I wasn't here. I was away. So she's looking a lot better already now.
Next season.
Yeah, she's already got a few decent feeds into her. So don't want to make that mistake twice. Yep. So I actually didn't think she was actually going to go at all. She'd made it a couple of times, and I just went, "You're just too light on," and I gave her extra large jumbo rat, probably big 450 gram rat. Yep. Left her, and I reckon a week after that she ovulated. So must have been enough. It must have been enough to just kick her in the gear to go, oh, well, that's enough food for me this season. But
yeah, we can get it done. 12 eggs is better than no eggs. It's
only a small clutch. Pop them up there for everyone to see.
Tough chasing 1 in 32 odds for the moon. Both caramel parents in this one.
Both caramels, both obviously double het Axanthic albino. Not the nicest of clutch. I actually didn't think they'd survive. You can see they're a bit, how's your father? But anyway, we'll see how we go. So there we go. Charlie Deeb, hey mate, how are you? Good luck, Daz. Thanks, buddy. Hopefully.
As always, Mr. Deeb.
Yep. Brendan Dent, hey mate. John Cartmell, Dennis Bolt, Peter Staton, hey guys. Adam Sobey. Nick,
as always,
good luck, mate. Thank you. Hopefully, So my luck lately, and I'm scared to even make a bet.
But yet to be decided the bet yet. I'm not sure which way I'm going to jump until we start snipping.
Wife already said, give me your card if you want me to order this alcohol. You go, Brent. With great displeasure.
Loved it. Mr. Thomas, g'day, Gleno.
Hey, Glenn.
Bring the white ones indeed. I'm actually going for you for white ones tonight, so maybe I should I'll take an extremely low odds bet and say if you get a snow or a moon, I'll win a bottle. If you don't, I'll lose one off the tally.
You watch me lose.
Well, then you'll be happy. You wanted this last night. It'll be a win, but I'll be back to 2 bottles, maybe, depending on that jungle clutch.
Yeah. Well,
let's hope so. Mr. Muz Williams, g'day, mate.
Hey, mate.
He reckons you're going to hit a snow and a moon, mate. Optimistic.
Oh, I love you, mate.
Optimistic. Donna Bennett, thanks for the share again. Evening.
Yep, evening.
Josh, g'day, mate. Gazza Langley, local from the hood. How are you, buddy?
All right. Well, we already know that this one's not obviously white. Just move the coffee out of that way.
Don't tell me you kicked off with a wild type.
I'm not sure what it is. Its head's poked out about 3 or 4 times. Just kind of pops up and just enough for the eyeballs to poke out, and then it disappears again. So I have no idea, to be honest, other than it's dark. So it's not white.
Yep.
So let's get in.
Connor, Tristan, Luke, let it snow indeed.
Let it snow. Well, the eggs are a bit. How's your father? I honestly didn't expect any to hatch, to the point that I was actually telling Brent just prior to us coming on that they're due to hatch or overdue. And I actually said to my wife, I said, I might just, we say all the time, leave your eggs alone, don't touch them, don't candle them. But because I was a little bit concerned, I thought, I'll just get the little torch out, candle the eggs. And while I'm playing around and getting her to hold the tub, she actually noticed a slit in this one. She goes, oh, there's a cut in the egg. And I'm like, where? I'm like, oh, there is too. So I was
big screen, Daz. Big screen.
Oh, yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Donna.
Yep. Thank you. Hello. There we go. So, so we just left it. Went, oh well. Let's
see what pops.
I was really hoping something else would pip and be something white poking its head out. I'd be excited then.
Yeah, nice.
Anyway,
nice.
Caramel boy, look at
it. Behind door number 1. Caramel toss double head.
Yep. Come on, you've been poking it out all day. Now's your chance. Don't shy away from the crowd. There we go.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
We got a little bonus feature after your cut too.
We do? Awesome. Well, everyone loves a bonus feature. What's the bonus feature?
I just saw a little head-to-head spotted python clutch ready to pop. We might see a few Granite Max in there.
Oh, awesome.
So something to add on. Enter add on. Yeah. Surprised me. I came in and then had to do a mad rush. Shit. Now I've got to set up camera and lights and everything. I was under the pump badly.
Bit of pressure. All right. I'm gonna pick this egg and then we're gonna.
What are we doing with the bet then? You on this bottle for snow and moon, or you gonna pail out and be a wuss?
Oh, like that is it? The pressure's on. Of course.
No, mate. I'm happy for you to.
take. No, I'll take that. I've got to take some odds in my favour, don't I?
Snow or moon for another bottle, or one off the tally.
Snow or moon.
Let's go, Moonglow. Let's go.
It's not a bad bet when you can say, I'll just take one off what you already owe me.
That's why I'm happy to take a 1 in 16 odds on 12 eggs. Plus, I'll have the added knowledge of you've 3 years have failed beforehand, so I'm tipping the odds should be in your favour.
Well, not so far.
That is not white.
That is not white. At least it's alive.
Very wet still.
Yeah. It looks like just a caramel bottle of it.
What day was this up to?
Late on 8th of the 10th. What's today's date? 11th.
11th. Wow, overdue.
Yep. Yeah. Down in the cooler part of the incubator. These guys are almost right down the bottom. So I was expecting them to be a little like the clutch we picked the other day wasn't laid 2 days after this one. So
yeah, probably sneaking through at low 30s.
Yeah, let's say so. I just want to see if I can find a head and try to
Go digging.
bump
Venom
the head
Stuff, g'day mate from YouTube, a regular YouTube boy.
Yeah.
Josh reckons 2 Moonglows. I hope so, Josh, because that'll be 2 bottles for me.
Oh, hang on a second. There was no mention of this.
Okay, sorry.
What is
Sorry.
this what are you talking about?
I thought it was a bottle for every white snake, wasn't it?
No, jeez. Talk about ad lib. I'll just double my odds. Thanks for coming.
I'll only hold you to 1, mate. It's all right. I won't be that hard on you.
All right. Pick your neck, Mr. Smith. Where are we going next?
Bottom row, second from the right.
This one?
The other
second
right.
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
Dickhead. Come on, Snow.
It goes in one ear and doesn't go anywhere else. Just goes in there and gets lost in translation. Well, this one's even got a little cord to pull it along. Well,
don't pull that string. Come on, white snake. Elizabeth thinks there's a moon in there. I hope so, Liz.
Hope you're right.
I'm keen for white snake action.
Am I allowed to have like little sneaky peeks?
No, just cut it and show us. It looks dark anyway.
It does. I'm surprised that they even some are surviving.
Ooh, ghosty?
Yeah, it does look ghosty.
You got your light on there? Yep.
I can bring the other one along. I'll stick this in here so we got another light. Does that help?
Yep. Yep. That's good. Ghost?
Oh, I think so. I'm just trying to get a little bit of body out because obviously the albumin in the egg is a bit coloured. Oh, yeah, there we go. I would say that is a ghost.
It's alive.
It's alive. Not sure if that colour is coming out in there.
Yep. Beautiful.
That is a ghost.
Just your standard ghost. No jag in this clutch, so we're only going to see ghost.
I got it.
Very nice.
Got the main vein there. A bit of blood coming out. That doesn't hurt now.
Win for the visual team. Very nice.
It's good. It's not quite white, but it's getting there.
No, it's moving in the right direction. Good genetics.
Just missing one core part.
just missing one little recessive gene.
Yep.
How hard is it to get them both in one egg, really?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You'd think, gosh, it'd be easy.
Yeah. Yep. How to make a white snake from 2 brown snakes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that thing called odds gets in the way every single time.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, never enough eggs to please everybody, sadly.
All right, where are we going next?
Top middle.
Top middle. We go for the other shoestring.
Yep, love them. What happened there? Pulling them apart, a little bit sticky.
Mate, they were mostly laid almost individually, which is, they were just kind of scattered around.
Yeah,
she was like
strung
literally laid
together.
over top of them, yeah.
Yep.
And, a few were strung together. So that's why I didn't have high hopes. I'm like, I don't know, but maybe she was just exhausted after laying the clutch.
Yeah, stretched right out. I had that big Bradley girl this week laid a massive big S shape of eggs. It was quite incredible to see. All just single file.
Wow.
Rather impressive. First time mum didn't quite know how it's supposed to work.
Oh.
Never mind me, I'm just going to put some power into this camera while you're going.
I don't like that. Don't like that little cord sitting right up there in the middle. But that looks like possibly a sunblower. I would say.
Nice and bright.
Yeah. Quite nice. A couple of the sunglowers I've got are really nice looking animals. But that you can see the umbilical cord just sitting right here on the
right there on the edge.
Yeah. So it happens.
If we can free itself. It's moving all right though.
Yeah.
It's not restrained.
Yeah. Nope. Seems to be okay. A little prod and tickle around. I was just going to try and it looks like it might be part of the head. I don't like
Under the camera.
Sorry, mate. I might just
There we
angle that camera back a little bit. It's facing a little bit too far forward. It'll come out. I don't like to play with those ones too much.
Nah, not tangled. Generally, they'll get out okay. You sometimes give them a little massage. If they're not out in a day, you'd go in there digging around and try and free it up.
Yeah. Normally, once they come off, it's not too bad. So I'll make sure I grab here without grabbing anything. Give me 1 sec. I'll just angle this camera slightly.
Donna, I am drinking Bailey's and Kahlua, not from Darren as yet, but will be soon enough.
Sorry, what was that? Headphones cut out there for a second.
that drink that you'll be very familiar with soon enough. Every time you walk into your local bottle shop, they're going to say, "You want another bottle of Bailey's and Kahlua, mate?"
Yeah. Oh, well, they'll name you quite well. Oh, mate, this is your second case.
Maybe you got a bit of a drinking problem, Daz.
I think so. Yes. Yeah. The drinking problem is passing it on.
Or a gambling problem, yeah, one or the other.
Where do we go next? I'm scared to.
Top left. Actually, no, I've changed my mind. Second from the right, top row.
This one?
That one. Yep, snow time. Let's go.
You're up for the patch.
Snow time, yep. Scungy looking snow, let's go. Odd shape, everything about it's horrible. I love it. Let's go. Troy the Gangster, g'day, buddy.
Hi, mate.
Some nice carpets for you, Troy, and then you can tune out when the Antaresia come on later. Go back to watching Baywatch.
Baywatch. He's proving on David Hasselhoff. Oh, there we go. We're on a roll. We're on a roll.
It's not white. It's not white, Daz.
No, it's not white. So it could be a caramel again.
Lots of caramel action.
Yeah. Why? There's all the veins running across there. I might just leave that without digging that out too much.
Surprisingly wet for 62 days.
Yeah, that's a little bit worried, but when one pipped, I'm like, oh well. So that's why I'm not actually trying to rip them out too much, because I will just sit them back in there. As you can see, I'm just covering up the little holes again, like I normally do. I'll just cover that up, and then they can just sit in there. Then they'll get warm, and they'll just come out in their own time. So,
yep. Bottom right says Donna.
Bottom right.
Bottom right. Come on, Donna.
See, all our facing in Donna. It'd be your fault if we fail.
7 to go.
No pressure.
No pressure, Donna. We'll block you if it's not. No pressure there.
However, if you are, you'll be best friends.
I don't like the look of that dark shadow.
No.
We know it's possible. We've seen Sunglow. We've seen Ghost. We know the genes are there. Axanthic?
Yeah, it looks like another ghost, actually.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't want to cut too much. Very, very fluid-filled eggs.
Yeah, I don't like to cut too much. Yeah, definitely ghosty looking there.
His head is kind of right here. And he's just buried it right in. White back here.
Happily chilling there.
He is. I don't know if you can see. You can just see the little white patch there. I think that's just the side of his head. He's not going to budge.
Definitely got that ghosty look to it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can get a coil or a loop, but actually quite hard to see.
No, it's hard for us because you're not on camera.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to. It's the reflection from the light on the liquid, so I can't quite get it in there.
Good point, Donna. We can't block her because she can't share our lives anymore. So
you're forgiven. That was quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A ghost, not a bad pick though, Donna. Not nothing to be sneezed at there.
That's what it looks like. There we go. Got only one alb, guys. Oh, we'll slide this one across to there. There we go.
6 to go. Top right, mate. Top right. Let's go.
All right. Let's do it.
Troy, it's not Tia Maria, you clown. Hitting the hard stuff, Kahlua. Your attention to details poor, Troy, as per normal. Write it down in the book. Come on, Snow.
Come on. Moonglow. What's a snakey? Oh, no.
maybe.
Looks like we have more caramels again.
Anything white. Ooh, caramel again.
Yeah. Well, both parents are caramel, so.
Heavy caramel clutch, but I guess it should be. Caramel to caramel. We should be seeing plenty of ghosts, plenty of sun glow, plenty of caramel. Half the clutch should be something of that description.
Something. Oh.
Including full moon is the option.
Yep, certainly potential. Can you pick one of those? Just pick the next one, make it a full moon.
5 to go, bottom left.
Let's see.
Brendan wants bottom middle, so we'll go there next.
Bottom middle next, rightio.
Come on, moon. Ooh, potentially lighter. Ooh, maybe not. Oh, albino. Nice little alb. Missing a gene though. There's the head. Happy and ready.
He's like, nope.
Nope, too much light out there.
Yeah. He's like, I'm a vampire.
4 to go. What do you think, Daz? What's your heart tell you? You're in or you're out?
Well, I'm not feeling it, eh? I'll be honest. I should be. I should be like, yes, pumped, but you never know. You never know.
It's there, mate. It's right in front of you.
Where are we going? Which one is it then?
Bottom left.
Oh, that's right. We're going this one, weren't we?
Yep.
The long pimple.
Booby egg. Almost.
I reckon this is like going to burst.
Is it a tough egg?
No, it's soft. It's just it's very full.
Good things come out of tough eggs, I find too. You got crickets in your yard or something?
Probably. And in the house as well, I'd say. They're everywhere.
They're in the tub marked Moonglow. I know that.
Yeah, they're probably eating it.
Waiting for its arrival.
Oh, the alb.
Oh, just an albie. No chance of a snow.
No. Just an alb.
Alb only. Nice.
So, most possibly a Superglow.
Alb or Superglow, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty underdone. Tuck him back in.
Yeah, they'll all go back in and sit till they're ready to come out. Look at that albumin just spewing outside.
Give them a day or two, they'll be sneaking on out.
Yep.
Everyone wants top row, mate. They're all calling different tops, so you pick what you like from the top.
All right, I'll just get rid of the goopy stuff. So right, let's go the nipple booby egg.
The weird looking one.
Yeah. See where we go.
And a dark window on the end of it too.
There's that.
Yeah. Excellent.
So,
uglier the better. Ugly eggs are best.
Well, we'll see. Let's see if we can prove that theory correct.
It's been good for me. It's looking dark though.
Jeez.
It's very dark.
Yeah, possibly just a wild type, I would say.
Just a brownie, no Axanthic.
Oh, there we go.
And Mr. Wildy, g'day, buddy. He's alive and well. Oh, mate, you got a lot of pressure now. 2 to go.
Oh, 2 to go. It's going to elude me for another season. I probably should just go buy one.
This is the 4th year you've been trying?
Yeah.
So we
bred them the same years, same line, same age. whole lot. And what you got something the first year out?
I grew a Moonglow first, which has already grown up and produced clutches this year, the male. So you're a fully a generation behind now.
I've been Jared Sharp.
Yeah, Sharpie had a terrible run early. Couldn't get it done for any amount. Oh, Albino or
I think it might just be a very light. Yeah, just a light albino. I was getting a little bit excited there for a second.
It looked a little bit snow. I don't know, Daz. I wouldn't be writing it off as just albino.
Not writing it off yet. It's very light.
Good to see the eyes.
It would be. He buried his head. His head was just here. There we go. I'd say that's an albino. Yeah, I think so.
There's the head. Head is shorter. Darkish on top of the head.
Very coloured. Looks like it's going to be a nice one, though.
Yeah, nice. No moons yet, Kurt. One egg to go, though. No pressure, but 12 eggs and no snow, no moon. Bring the love.
Stroke the egg. Be the egg.
Feel the moonlight. I'd still like to see that last one out of the egg. I wouldn't be writing that off yet. Potential, but maybe just albino.
Yeah, maybe there's a bit of colour in the head, but it's hard to tell sometimes when you're just looking through a little window.
Yeah.
This is dark, so ba-ba.
No white snake.
No white snake.
Very dark.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to start making some more. I've got plenty of other stuff coming up. So probably a wild type, I would say.
Full wild? No caramel, just your standard wild type.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think it's a caramel. Could be. It's hard to tell. It's very dark. I mean, no, it looks on the side, but it's probably just a polygenic variation in it.
Yep. It's definitely not a snow.
It's definitely not a snow. Definitely not a Moonglow. So, once again, I'm eluded for another season.
Bummer. This is the only shot at the title you got, isn't it? This one clutch.
Yep. Yeah, only got the one pair.
One pair. See, definitely lighter than that one.
Yep, definitely lighter.
Show us those up close. Definitely lighter.
So it's possible, but until it's out of the egg, we can actually have a good look and suss the eyes out without digging around too much.
And I wouldn't be writing that off as not a snow just yet. Obviously, there's variation in snows as well, like anything. There's some that are almost albino looking. I've seen some out there that are proven snows that look like a nice light albino.
There's the other ones that came as well, so you can still see colour difference in that.
Definitely lighter.
Even though one's covered in
goop. Yeah.
Very, very goop.
I don't know, Daz. I reckon that you might be on the money with that one.
You just want a bottle of grog, mate, don't you?
I don't even care. I just reckon that could be snow.
Yeah,
it could be. Be good to see it out.
There's another one. I'm just trying to do some bit of comparison.
When
you look at the camera, you can definitely see it's much whiter, so to speak, than the other ones.
Definitely much lighter.
Oh, well, stay tuned.
Stay tuned for Out of the Egg update.
Nash, better get 4 bottles of grog.
We better have a look back at that jungle clutch and see if it's official yet or not.
Yeah, well, I've actually got that here, but do you want to cut yours first and see how we go for time?
Yeah, mate. I'll have to do some shuffling, so you pack those up while I move some stuff around here.
Maybe you'll be lucky and get some granites. Can I bet on wild types?
Well, there will be one.
Yeah, at least there'll be at least one wild type in the clutch
from a head to head. It's not a bad clutch this day. There's a fair few in it.
How many
For,
eggs you got there?
I don't know. Let's have a look. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 eggs.
That's all right.
I think that's what she laid too. I think it's a perfect run through. Let's have a look. Head G Mac, 24th of the 10th, 11 eggs slugs. Outstanding. And here we have 11 eggs ready to roll. So good effort from her. This little head-to-head pairing's been fantastic. This will be the at least the third year in a row. Third, I think.
Nice. Well, you're the one.
Possibly
You'll probably get head-to-head pairing and get an entire clutch of granites. That's how your luck rolls.
I don't know about that. I'll be happy with 2 or 3 out of this. Will be nice.
I think my chances of getting a Moonglow is fine one.
You've been unlucky. That's got to be 50 or 60 eggs now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it would be probably. Yeah,
it's getting up there. Getting to the point where it's not cool anymore.
Yeah, you don't mind. Odds not in your favour once, but once you start getting this far along.
Yeah, very, very, very unfortunate, but that is chasing odds. You know, that is the truth of.
Right. That's the way the game goes. The cookie crumbles, all that sort of stuff.
Chasing odds 1 in 16, 1 in 32, 1 in 64. It does not always just happen.
No.
I don't know whether to stand up or sit down. I think I'm going to stand up and.
Just give me a moment here to just clean this stuff up and F10 my utensils and myself.
Oh, no goop on you. Not a definite white snake there.
There's the other sort of goop that's all over me from the eggs.
Yes.
I won't be long. Slight intermission.
Slight break. We're ready to go. I actually just told Daz when I was pulling these out to throw them on the side here. One of them was slitting the egg as I was sitting here watching. So I grabbed the camera and sat there for a minute or so videoing and caught the moment where it slit and punched his head straight through the top of the egg. It was pretty cool.
That's the sort of stuff that looks good in slow motion when you see the movie and then, you see the slit come open.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see.
Snipping through.
I've only seen it a couple of times because it's purely by chance, obviously.
Yep. These are just Granite Max, Kurt, just the old spotted python, the old Mac jobby.
Almost done. Here is paper. Now, right here.
Do you want to sweep your floors or anything while we wait, mate, or are you all right now?
Do you mind if I give a few things a polish?
Run the vacuum over it or something?
So, yeah, hey, 11 eggs, there's a little head poking out there. So let's just
11 eggs. Big screen up.
Oof. There we go. Look at that.
Ooh. So you want to bet on this, Daz, or what? What do you want to do?
Oh, well,
the game, or you could be 4 down.
What are you suggesting?
I don't know, mate.
I'm worried
Really,
because I can see several eggs of poop, and I wonder how many you've poked your eyes into and gone, oh, yes, yes, yes.
I saw the one head I come out look granite to me. I'll tell you that straight up.
It's head to head. So it's only
Head
one
to head.
in 4. I would have to go wild types because that's what you keep getting.
Well,
and that's
clearly,
what I end up with.
Clearly, you're not getting that odd so much though. You want you'd have to take 8 or 9 wild types to have a fair bit.
Oh, you make the odds. Let's see. I'm going to go through comments while you think about what the bet's going to be.
3 to 4. We'll let this one go. We'll just cut this one, eh?
All right.
I don't. It's like I feel sorry for you taking all of your alcohol money off you.
Oh, you'll be right for Christmas.
This Christmas and the next.
Definitely.
That under the camera, right?
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, look at that, mate. Wild type to kick off.
Yes, wild type.
Wild type, wild type. Hey, you're not even on the wild types. Don't you get too excited.
That's quite nice, though.
Quite a nicey wildy in the wild bunch. Yeah, we'll go with this one that's half ready to rock and roll. Yeah. Looking a bit wild as well, this one, I think. Yep.
Yeah. Very nice. I mean, probably going to get a few with 1 in 4.
Yep. It's got quite a broken up head pattern on that one.
Nice speckly head, isn't it?
But yeah, definitely when we find a granite, you'll see the difference.
Yeah.
This one that's fairly hacked up as well. This is the one I think that poked its head out just before, because it was slashing all around the sides here everywhere, and then it poked out the top there. A nice little headshot poking out. I'll post that video up later once I edit it down a little bit.
That'd be cool to see.
And that might even only be a wild type anyway.
Yeah.
There's that head. No, his head's coming out the side over there. Looked granite when he poked it up, but no, I think that is just a wild type as well.
Very cool looking. Oh, they look very grey. That'd be right looking at it from your end?
Yep, yeah, they certainly have that little like almost axanthic look to them, but that fades away pretty quick after a shed.
Yeah, very cool.
But nice, fairly reduced pattern, that one.
Yeah, I like the pattern on it.
Not really thick.
And the head, like you were saying, not that we could see that one, it's probably similar to the other one that poked out.
Yeah, very broken up head pattern. This one's keen to go. Got the head out. And look at all the wild types, mate. Wild type central.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to save the best to last.
You can see the distinct Mac pattern, can't you?
Yeah, very Mac, very thick dorsal line on that one. Very dark.
Love the
Still
head
that. Yeah, that's what tricked me on that other one. I saw that very broken up head pattern. We can see it on that one.
Yeah.
I thought that's looking very granite, but just a trick.
Like, aha.
4 from 4 on wilds, mate. What's going on here? 7 to go.
It'll change now. You'll get all granites.
Streak of granites coming. Streak of granites. What's your head there, buddy? Nope. Still.
Wild typey. So these will all be obviously possets as well.
All posset granite. Yep. 66%ers. Quality off.
I mean, for a wild type pattern, it's still cool. I do like the Max. In fact, I'd probably pick Max as being my favourite out of all the Anthorrhiza, just because I think their contrast and their patterns are quite nice.
Yep.
In wild type form, that is.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't mind some albino Max. Would be nice. Certainly on the list. I find the Max to be rather aggressive when they're young. Out of all the ants, I find the Max to have the most amount of attitude. Yeah. Maybe it's just mine, but I certainly notice they pack a good punch early on. Oh, what is going on here, Daz?
Mate,
I've lost the touch.
It's nice to see it at the other end of the screen for a change.
Yeah.
Wild type. Not that everyone else here probably wants to see your granites.
Odds gods are punishing me for all my wild type cheering of late. We've got 5 left. I guess we can have 5 granites still.
Yeah, I reckon. Let's just go through some of the comments. What do you reckon? It's a snow. I'm just going to keep on trying. Days unlucky, Troy. Yeah, mate, I will do. Big spread on Brent, second row. So I'm just trying to catch up to see where we're at before. Keep cutting.
Yep.
I've paused to look at the screen. Oh.
Well, no. Still just a wildie, fairly reduced pattern, but
yeah. I saw the speckling down the side and was like, oh, had to pause and have a closer look.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
It's quite reduced compared to some of the others. Like the patterning is a lot less.
Yeah, far from as heavy, but you know it'll granite when we pop one. Finally, we are going to pop one with 4 left. There'll be no full wild types here. Come on, granite, let's go. Oh my god.
Maybe I should have taken the bet.
Hey, if you're gone with your 8, that's 2, 4, 6. That's 8 wild types. 8 out of 8 so far. That's amazing.
Quite nice.
These have been fantastic for me the last few years. I think I've probably beaten the odds every year based on eggs. So yeah, maybe this is the equalizer, as they call it.
Well,
3 to go.
If that's the case, my next Moonglow clutch, there'll be 7 Moonglows in
it. 7 Moonglows. Yep. Yeah, it'll be a wild bunch. Oh, and still they come.
Goodness.
Wow. I think we've upset the gods for sure.
They're really nice, though. I really like them. Well, nice, the last 2 could be, and that would come in close to your odds.
2 to go, yeah. I guess 3, 4 would be beating the odds of 12. 3 would be just under. 2 would be an average result, but at this stage I would be stoked with 2. Considering there's 2 left.
Yeah.
And nope. We're going down to the wire.
What lies are you telling us, Mr. Smith? Are you sure you know what you're doing over
there? Well, this is one of those clutches that if you hadn't have run them 3 years beforehand and had fantastic success, if this was something you bought off someone, you'd be like, what has this person sold me? That there is no visuals in their head-to-head pairing.
And it happens. It's the thing, you know. It's the odds.
It does happen. And here we go with the last egg.
Come on. You get at least get one visual in here.
Fellas. Oh, finally.
There we go.
Wow, one save the best till last, eh?
I'm sure that's got Daz written on that one there.
You can certainly pick the difference now then, eh?
Yep.
Beautiful little
beautiful. Guy. Look at
that. The Perla. So yes, the head-to-head's actually real. They are indeed heads. Show me your head, little fella.
It's a gorgeous little critter, isn't it?
That's quite a nice one. That's nice and light. You get a few that are fairly heavy in the pattern, but that one looks like one of the really light, very, very reduced, very exploded patterns.
Yeah.
That one looks like it'll be a cracker. Yes, I know. Sorry, mate. I'll leave you alone. But we're just excited to see you because you were the only one. You might name you Nemo. Well, there you go, eh? There's the odds not going in my favour for a change. You should have taken that bet of wild types, mate. You would have shit it in.
Yeah, no, but if I'd have taken it, you'd have shit it in.
Man, absolutely. There you go, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, the granite there somewhere. A granite and a bunch of wild types.
Wow. There you go.
How the odds roll, mate. How it happens.
You got at least 2 or 3, wouldn't you? Yeah, that's exactly right.
Man, I think every year I've done 1 or 2 better than really what I should have out of those. So I guess it stands to reason at some point the odds come back to reality. It's the bigger numbers you go to, the closer you're going to get back to those recessive odds. So,
yeah.
One visual, that's better than no visuals. I'll take that.
That's it. Oh, let's go catch up on some comments, I guess. So, Stuart Gambino Pythons. Good luck, gentlemen. Good to see different varieties of egg cutting. Thanks, mate. Thanks for joining us and having a look in the sea. Unfortunately, not going very good on the odds, but hey, you know, that's the way it goes. What do we do? Josh Marshall, a bit off topic, but I just learnt of heat cords. I use mats. Is one better than the other? Not really. Just depends on what you're using them for at the end of the day.
Yep.
Sometimes cords are a bit cheaper because they can cover more territory, so to speak. So if you're using a rack system, you might be able to get what a heat cord's coming, Brent, 15, 18 meters up to
20 meter up to now. So
up to 20 meters. So, you could run that into a rack and, you might get like some of these visions behind me, they're like 15 levels high. So as opposed to 15 heat mats, you might be able to get away with one heat cord. So that's kind of the major difference. So it's really subject to what you're using.
I really find, flick your camera back, Des. I really find the cords can generate a fair bit more heat than the mats. I find the mats generally are only fairly small wattage, 20 watt, 25 watt, 30 watt. So they're a very concentrated area for heat.
Yeah, I've used it for an example. One of my original vision enclosures I got, and because they're quite tall, I often found when I was on the floor would get very cold, and the pythons are always trying to sit on the branches to get it close to the heat source, and end up putting a small heat mat just on its own during winter and just leaving it on 24/7. Yeah, just a little small microclimate heat mat. Just I think they're like 250 mil or something like that, 13 water or 20 water or something like that. And and I just left it on because it was just enough to generate just a nice little hot spot down that hot end, and the snake could still get down the cold end. So for that purpose, because it was a plastic tank, obviously not a melamine one, the heat penetrated quite easily. So being on a concrete floor,
do the job.
It's quite cold enough to bring the heat through.
I often see people send me messages saying they're having trouble, eating or trouble with temperatures, and they've got a 10 watt or 15 watt heat pad under a tiny little, 4 litre, 5 litre tub, which to me is never going to work. I just don't think they can, even on 100% full power, they can never quite generate enough heat to get the job done. So if you're going to use a heat mat in a little setup like that, certainly try and get 20, 25 watt at least. It's got some hope of keeping up with the heat.
Yep. All right. David Heinsohn, hey guys, hey mate. Kurt Lisley, you need some platinum in there. Oh, Kurt's having a plug.
Damn right you do. Damn right you do, Mr. Lisley.
Platinum granites that Kurt hashed out. They were stunning, gorgeous little critters.
Crackers, mate.
Joe Birch is here to rub it into you, Brent. We did a head-to-head last year and got 6 visuals from 7 eggs. Maybe Joe needs to come over and rub the clutches and give us a bit of birch magic or whatever.
Cast the magic wand. That's beautiful. Odds that out of head to head. That's when you're kicking ass.
Yeah. And their last, what was that one saying? Last Albmac clutch are hatching now. Awesome. Last. And I doubt that's first and last. That's probably like our last 726th clutch.
Yes.
It's like the silent achiever.
He's
awesome.
He's got a few lurking up there, but he's done some good work out crossing that line and trying to strengthen it up.
Definitely. He was ahead of the game when he first got his hands on him. Unfortunately, I had dramas with mine being injured by someone. We won't mention that, not myself. But yeah, out crossing and making that line stronger and, being honest about what was going on with him. So, yeah, it's good to see that he's proving that, out crossing and taking away from the lines is strengthening the line. So
I was relying on you and my mate Dave Raptor to come through with those albino max for me for many years.
Oh well, I wasn't expecting someone to dislocate the spine on my male mate, and I wasn't expecting the female to get stolen. So there we go.
You had a visual male and het girls, or
no, pair of hets, original release from John Michael, same as Pete and a few others. But yeah, one got injured and the female got stolen, but we won't go into that.
Bloody hell. Some scumbag.
Yes, definitely so. Neil Jonesy, that special one, granite, is it? Yep, the last one there that Brent Pitt was a granite Mac, Neil. Elizabeth Chiquito, stunning granite. Certainly is. I think Brent's going to give it to me because that'll make up for some of the grog I have to buy.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about Axanthic Bradley and Granite Mac. There might be a deal in there somewhere, eh?
Yeah, maybe. Well, hopefully we'll see how many hatch out this season. Peter Staton, congrats. Jonesy, lucky last. Yeah. Troy, nice one. Sandra Budd's got all the little love heart smileys there. She obviously wants your max, the granite max too.
There is only one. There's only one.
Yeah, and Troy's just agreeing. Matt's produce low heat. So, well, that's egg cutting. We do have an unfinished bet.
Oh, the jungles. Yes, let's do it, mate. We are only 50 minutes in, so I reckon the last 10 minutes here, we'll go back and review the Zebra versus, what was that bet? Zebra versus Jags.
Yeah, I had Zebs. You had, I had Zebs. You had Jags. Yeah, because you're a Jag fan. Oh, no, I'm going to lose. But I tell you, mate, some of those have come out of the egg. They are very, very nice.
Looking good. They all out now?
Yeah, they're all out. Yeah, no, they're all out. I've been pulling stuff out of clutches all day. I think these ones are all out. Yep. So let's go. So this is het.
Oh, shit, it's got me.
7 eggs, 11. Oh, okay. 11 laid, though. The joys of odds.
One visual from 7 eggs. Yeah, well, that happens. It's good to do it live on TV, mate, so people can see it's real. You know, you don't make this shit up, because people often say, you know, I've been very, I would say, lucky with the odds over the years. I've always managed to hit some log odd stuff early, which, you know, I might pay for in years to come. But, you know, the odds are leaving themselves out, but happy to get stuff out early. It's always been good for me, but this just shows you what really can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Neil, you're not the only one, mate. Ask Brent. Brent's having a lovely cold beverage. Unfortunately, I went to have one, but there was nothing here to mix it with. So,
oh, mate, you spent all your money buying Bailey's and Clear, I heard.
That's right. Yeah, nothing for myself though. What was Joe just saying there? This is het Alb clutch. Only one visual out of 7 eggs. Oh, that's a shame. Still,
yeah, four went bad. You can nearly bet something in that bad eggs was something very good.
And these are a feisty little bunch, and they're going to go everywhere.
Oh, but jungle blood, no way.
I'm just going to, I'll tell you, I'm really happy the way some of these have come out.
Oh, Faye the Ant Queen, not in Facebook jail for a change, has joined us.
I'll just give her a few days. Give her a few days, she'll be back.
Mate, I'll give it a Sunday night, mate. I'll give it 24 hours from here on death row.
I was being generous. So let's hope that these guys are going to stay there.
And try and get a quick look before they erupt. We might see you bleed a little bit during this sorting out process.
Oh, there is a good chance.
Yeah, you laugh now, Faye, but come Monday when you're back under Garth rank and we know exactly what happened.
I'm just going to raise this
an angel.
up.
Josh is saying, I've noticed most of my Jags almost always have a bit of stuck shed on the tip of the tail. Humidity 55, is that a Jag thing? Nope, that's just a snake thing. It can happen to any of them. So, yeah, humidity 55 is plenty, mate. Sometimes it just happens. You got to pull that little bit off. I find it happens a bit more when they're smaller for some reason. When they're a little bit older, they tend to get past that.
Well, look at it. We're going to have heads flying everywhere. So.
Look at that. One wants to fight you already.
Oh, there's a couple down there. So there's a wild type. So you can already see the
wild.
Yeah, I find with the wild type ones, see how they got the yellow. When these guys actually hatch with that bit of yellow, they actually turn quite nice. It just seems to be the Jags. You really want that white colour.
That crisp white, yeah. Definitely a wild type up first, though.
Yep. Yeah, I'll try and we'll eliminate those out first, but you can see is that head pattern focusing. There we go.
Nice, thick, solid head. Jungle pattern. Almost typical the Scream-looking head pattern from the movie.
Yep. So, yeah, well, excuse me. Just, this is not, yep.
Get that arsehole one out, mate. He's got the shits.
Mate, 20 years, over 20 years of breeding snake, and I still flinch when they strike. Doesn't worry me at all, but it's like
natural reaction. Can't escape it.
So there's another
wildie.
There we go. So
you can see the head
is much smoother and obviously smoother and not jagged in the patterning.
Yep.
Very cool.
Certainly, like you say, you can almost see that yellow tinge to them already.
Yep.
Once out of the egg.
Oh, they all went out. So I'm going to get my pen here. So I'm just going to write Zeb and Jag so I can tally as we go along.
Oh, tally, mate! You just pull them. I'll write them up.
Okay.
Faces gorgeous jungles does.
Thank you. So we'll get rid of.
Look at that zebra jag to the left on the move. That is a cracker with the stripe.
Yeah, well, I'll take him out, eh? We'll probably get eaten a bit.
Get him out. That is a stunner. Wow. I think that's the one we're looking at with that crazy stripe. Did it make it the full dorsal length?
Yeah, pretty much. If I can get into, you can see right down there through the midsection, down to my left hand, we still got stripe. Hang on, we'll get the back end a little bit.
It's that last third that always brings it undone, I find. They get a little bit broken up.
Yeah, so a little bit, it's probably strong. There we go, a little bit broken up there. And then back to the tail, look at the tail.
And the tail's perfect.
Yeah, tail's perfect.
Nice long tail. Could be a boy, mate.
Oh, you want to play that game, do you?
We want to play the visual sexing game, do we? Show me where the Clogo is.
Right, you're wrong. That's a girl.
Girl? Okay. We won't play the visual sexing game then.
I'll guarantee you, you'll be 50% right.
Funny that. Magic number.
Keep just guessing. Yeah, eventually you'll get it right. So this is Zeb Jags. So we've got one for Zeb Jags.
2 for wild types.
2 for wild types. So
get rid of that arsehole right in the middle there. It's a wild type, isn't it?
Well, this is the thing. This is what I don't know. So when you look at that, I think. Oh, the other one just nailed me on the finger that's underneath the jag. Oh, he's going to shit everywhere. That's
good.
Nice.
Good reach. Just chill.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like the pattern's different to the normal wild types. I don't know.
A lot of head pattern though. For if you think it's zebra,
a lot of head pattern. But there is a more distinct zebra here somewhere. Everything's going to go over it. This thing just shit all over me. Don't you love it? Settle down, mate. Look at this. A lot
of attitude on now, and look, they're gonna start an all-in brawl here shortly when they all start striking at each other.
You see this one here down the bottom where my finger is moving across current the side. That's a zeb.
Yep.
I know, buddy. So, yeah.
Yeah, much tighter.
Yeah. So you're probably right. If that's, you're going to take off. It's hard to tell in the egg, but if you look at these, I think right, hang on, it's going to go down. Stuff going everywhere.
Give me a 5-minute timeout for them.
Yep. So I think you got that one there. This is a
zebra. Yep.
All right, so we'll just knock that down for one. But yeah, it's hard to tell. You look at the patterning and there's banding and everything, but I think you're right. I think they're just wild types. I've just seen other photos of people going, "Oh, possible zebras." I'm like, either it is or it isn't. But I'll question myself. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're just different forms of wild types. But see,
zebra and a couple of wild types.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. I'm on the fence.
There's a weird head pattern on that thing too. It's not quite.
Yeah, it is. It's very dark. Look at the head pattern on the zebra. It's the same. Look how black that head is.
Yeah, for a zebra, that's definitely zebra body.
Yeah, definitely a zebra body. That's why I just wonder if these two might be just different ends of the scale. You know, you got the zeb. Yeah, it's your fangs out, buddy. Ouch! Look at this one. Look at him. I'm just going to eat your hand off.
Get him. There we go. He's hungry.
Yeah. These guys.
I don't know. I find that the jungle wild types often have that bit of zebra-y look on the edges. Nothing still chewing on you.
Oh yeah, they're chewing all over the place. We'll call it we'll just call it the one zeb and 2 wild types. I don't mind being wrong.
Zeb, wild type.
Get the fecal matter off my hands.
And the blood.
Maybe that little. It probably isn't. There might be blood, but it's not going to be much to worry about.
Yeah, Troy says there's nothing natural about being bitten by a snake, no matter and the experience, I don't know. You kind of get used to it, but man, you still, it's the natural reaction. You pull away, and it's the worst thing you can do because once those teeth are in, you don't want them dragging away, but you can't help it. I find it better not to look. If I know I'm going to get tagged, I'll just put my hand in and look away. So I'll take the bite and move on.
Yeah. So there's another Wildie. So add that one on the list. Another little wild type there.
Wildie, yep. Lock it in, Eddie.
Lock it in, Eddie.
John Cardinal. John's asking, why is the stripe the whole way down? Something to be hopeful for.
Yeah, just it came about in one of the parents. So I've just constantly worked with the same line. So it just seemed to, it's polygenic. So once you got a stripe, if you keep working back to the stripe, you'll just start creating more and more stripes. So these guys are still, what are these? I think they're still F3.
You see it a lot in zebra jags, so I've got to say, most zebra jags in my lines, I find some you get some striping, some better than others. I've got a couple that absolute stunning zebra jag stripes.
Yep. So here's another zebra jag. So even in this one, you can see there's some striping on that one.
Yep, lovely. Might be tied into the gene somewhere. You get that zebra turns into striping somewhere, but
see how
that's nice.
Yeah, you can see it goes kind of light from the top. We get there, and then down the back, it just gets a bit more dark through the tail.
A bit heavier in the pattern down the back too,
yeah. Yeah, ouch. Thank you.
Pop that one, see what it is, does.
Another girl.
Yeah, another girl.
Another girl. That's always good.
So zebra jag down on the list.
Yep, I'm just trying to whittle it down to the... You're right. We'll get rid of this jet.
Get rid of that shit in here.
Look at that.
Jag, you a boy. Cranky ass.
I was waiting for the bite then.
He's up there, Turbo. Lot of attitude.
Yeah. Nicely coloured though. He's got a nice stripe. Bit of striping there.
Very nice. Going to be a nice bright one when he gets bigger.
Yeah. Nice and vigorous. Ready to kill and maim. So I'm trying to look at this. I'll just let that sit there for a minute. Look at that.
That's a cracker zebra jag. Yeehaw.
And this one over here in the corner.
Another one. Yeah.
Definitely the picks. So
some crackers amongst it.
Another jag. So this
beautiful jaggy.
A couple like this are more striped. So just
flighty little sucker.
Yeah, I'll see if I can just squish him in here and settle him down for a second.
Get him to chill. Neil says he uses a hook because I flinch like they're venomous. Can't help it unless they're being sexed. Yeah, I often grab their head and jam it between two fingers to hold onto them when they're carrying on like fools.
When you're sexing them?
Yeah, just shove their head between two fingers and hold the head.
Yeah,
and
if they want to be
two hands.
Yeah, I kind of do the same thing. I'll normally grab them like so, get in there.
Yep, lock them down.
Yeah, lock them in between the fingers like that. It's not overly harmful. There's hardly any pressure. It just stops them from slipping.
Hold them in the full Nelson. At worst case, they'll just munch straight on your knuckle, which is fine.
Yep. And then
female.
Yeah, let me go. Yeah. Girl.
So I'm 50% correct again. Going well.
Yeah.
Is that another jag, or is that the one we just had?
Yep. No, that's another jag.
Another jag.
So this one, I was thinking might be Zeb, maybe. A little bit of a break in a pattern. A bit different. I don't know. There's a very, very borderline pattern here.
Yeah, it's hard to say that.
I don't know if you can quite see the head markings.
Head.
Nope. But,
potentially zebra.
Yeah, I was putting it down.
Patterning a list, not as thick as some of the other wild types in the pattern.
It's very hard to get the heads are all very dark on some of them.
Mm.
So there was this one, and
we'll call it a Zeb. We'll put him down as a Zeb for you.
And there was this one here, which I was thinking might have been. Don't know. The other one might be wild type. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I won't sell them as Zebs. I'll hold on until they get some size and make a decision once they get there. So
a little bit clearer after a shed or two and a bit of size.
Yeah. Settle down, mate. It's all good. I don't know. Like it's very dark, but it's very look at the pattern in the back.
Very dark, isn't it? Yeah, mate. I'd probably think, Seb, if I had to cast a vote, just based on how fine those lines are. You don't see those fine markings on wild types as much. It's bold, like there's a lot of black, but just those fine lines make me think more so zebra than just jungle.
Yeah, I actually like this. I like the extra melanin.
Yep.
I've already calmed it down, mate. It's placid now.
Fairly tightish pattern, and there's a lot of pattern, but there's nothing to say there can't be a lot of bold, dark pattern on zebras. So they're just wild types essentially.
Yeah, some are more obvious than others. Obviously, some aren't.
Yep.
Look at you. How about you? This one here. So mark that down as whatever, and then
we'll put him down as a zebra. I think
this one's just a wild type. I think. Yeah, I know.
Carl, g'day, Carl. Carl's in late.
Afternoon shift.
Yeah, even that, mate. I don't know.
It's
quite heavy through the middle. What's the head like? Fairly solid.
Yeah, but they all are. That's the thing. They're all very, very solid. So probably goes back to the male jungle.
Yeah.
But you got the pay, you can tick it where you want.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll just go wild side, man. Just
call him Wildy.
Getting down to the sexy stuff.
Splitting the hairs with the good stuff left.
Yeah. So now we're into Jag TV. With a stripe on that one.
Beautiful stripe.
Just see if I can get it to coil up in here.
Nice and light, reduced.
Yeah.
Pretty good stripe, almost all the way.
Yeah, fair way. Same thing. Once it gets down the tail, it kind of gets a bit dotted and
nice even saddles most of the way down too. That's nice.
Yeah. So he's got that, the light and then the lighter in between. Might be hard to pick up. You can almost see the dark around the outside of the saddles and then the light in between. Might be hard to pick up on the camera. But
you can often see those saddles when they join like that. They almost look like words written on the side of them sometimes.
Yeah, I reckon.
I swear that one said Bailey's. Now this one says Kahlua, mate. What's going on with your snakes?
Yeah. Apparently they're not mine. I'm not going to say the words. I was considering speaking.
Another Jag.
Yeah. Give me a sec to just calm down. Get back there, buddy. Jag, this is that one that was a little bit browner. So.
Yep. Definite Jag. That looking good.
Jag.
Bit of striping. Mr. Sharpie in the house. Hey, Jared. Put him down for a couple. Put him down for a few, he says, mate. Sharpie's list is growing daily.
I reckon. So these are the picks of the clutch, I would say. These will probably be my little holdback ones. Yeah, well, this one's nice and white.
That's going to be bright. Very bright.
Yep. Still. They're cooling down, which is nice. A little bit more amenable to handling.
Yeah, well, that's nice. Lovely head pattern too. I love the nice symmetrical little butterfly pattern.
Yep. See that? I beeped him on his snoot.
I will leave.
Yeah, I'm really happy with these guys.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, making this tub over here doesn't. And these are definitely the picks. So this one, I'll do this one first. Leave off feisty.
Oh, wait, look out. Hey, little Stripey wants to punch on.
There, bring it, bro.
Let's go. Tyson Evans, Mr. Show. How'd you go? No snow, no moon. Oh, well, sorry, we shouldn't say that. There's potentially a snow there. Potentially. That's the one with those beautiful ocelots. That to me is the best one in the clutch.
Yeah, these two here absolutely not going anywhere.
No, that's a cracker. That's got all the ticks in the box. That's nice and light. Definitely going to colour up fantastically. Beautiful stripe. Ocelots, very reduced. It's got it all going on. That head pattern's a cracker as well.
Yeah, nice and light too.
Yes, that head stamp, Troy, on the money. A beautiful belly with the granity look on the belly. It's all happening there. That's a cracker, mate. That's a holdback.
Can't wait to see these when they've 12 months of old and gone yellow. And I love this thing. This thing is just completely different to anything else in the clutch.
Another Zeb Jag.
That's all right. You don't need to bite. It's okay. Look, I've already got blood coming out of my knuckle. Look at that. Oh, my God.
Oh, look at the wound. Oh. Devastating.
Someone get the sutures. Look at that.
Oof, wow. Maybe I changed my mind. That's the one with those real horizontal lines joined all together.
Yeah, you can see him a pinky finger, a little like ocelot type circles down the side. And
yeah, that's nice. That's a stunner. Those last two, you're on the money, mate. They are certainly the best two by a long shot in the clutch.
Yep, quite happy the way that clutch turned out. That's for sure. Absolutely. Fortunately, can't keep them all.
Solid effort.
As much as I would love to. Actually, let's just. I'm curious as to what the sex of this one is. Actually, let's have a look.
Sex those last two. What do you want it to be?
Oh boy, it'd be nice. That's a girl.
Oh well, I'll have it then. Thank you.
I'm sure I can find room in the rack.
Girls always find a home. They're never homeless girls.
Yeah, no. There's always room for one more. Let's see what this one is now.
One more. This is the more stripy one.
That's it. Just poop everywhere.
Oh, another girl.
Girl. Not a bad thing. I really need a ouch. Poop with this one.
Poop.
Look at him.
Yum. Sick him.
Savage beastie.
Realised that was a fuzzy rat. Had no chance of getting that in. Let it go.
Sure, he was thinking it's something else.
Well. Oh, also at 17. Was that how many was in that clutch?
Sounds about right. I think there's something like that. Yeah,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5, 6. Oh, I can't count tonight. 10, 11, 12.
I bet you can count the glasses you've refilled.
19, actually. I've got 19 results. Was that right? Or
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think 19's right, actually. Yeah, because I think it was 20.
Yeah. Still no boys?
Certainly a few girls. Yeah, if I can, you can exact focus that.
Yep, it's good there.
And see nothing.
Girl. Mate.
Girl.
All the girls.
I want a male thing. Yeah. Where's the other one?
In those last few zebra jags. So it's that 3 females from the zebra jags.
Yeah. So we got a couple more here.
One more to come. We've got one more zebra jag.
Hey, buddy.
Come on. Get a boy out. Eat him.
Probably. Just let him untwist here for a sec.
Still no.
What's wrong with girls?
4 from 4, eh? The ladies love you, Daz.
Here we go. It's all not over yet. You got this one?
Are we back into just zebras now?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hey!
You can see the hemipenes there. Oh, if he stops pulling his head over the side of the tub. There we go. You can see the hemipenes.
Yep. Yeah, just sneaking out there. Nice.
Oh, boy. Well, you're going to be busy, mate.
Does not realise how lucky that boy is right at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I was hoping that one of those other ones would be a boy, because to try to make like super zebras in that nice fluoro yellow colour without being albino, obviously.
Yep. Neil's asking, how do you know it's a girl? They got scent glands or something?
Yep, that's right. The little white things pop out, I suppose, as opposed to little red things like the last one there.
Yep. MEPs come out like long, skinny tubes poking out of the end of a little, what looks like a little scent gland, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, this is about to be fun. I'm going to get eaten here. And here we go. You know how this rolls. Once they get fired up, they go everywhere.
Yeah, it's an eruption city.
Yeah, it's already erupting in here. I've got 5 left to go. Let's see if we can do the ouch. You can let go when you're ready, mate. Thank you.
So much violence in the jungle clan.
Make sure. Just there we go. No heads are stuck. That's good. All right. There we go. What was the tally? What was the total? Look at them all going nuts. Oh, these two are going to eat each other.
It's just a full-on brawl in there now.
Oh, that's all right.
They're into it. They realise that's another snake, and they'll give it up fairly quickly.
Yeah, they already have.
So Sharpie reckons that was his. He's optimistic because I don't think so.
Yeah.
Tanya loving the last 2 girls. Troy, buy a girl, get a girl free. That never happens with girls, mate. I don't know what planet you come from, but
yeah,
if you've ever bought a girl, it costs a fair bit more for the second girl.
Yeah.
So the tally. Are you ready for the news, Daz?
No.
Okay, we'll do one more question. Brendan, when would you suggest the best time to pop them after hatching?
Personally, you can pop them straight out of the egg if you want, but I normally wait till they've shed. So I normally give them that time, let them shed, and as I set them up in their tub, so I normally leave them like this. So these guys will be set back in incubator like this. There'll be a big water bowl that goes in the middle, so they can have a drink or whatever. And I normally just leave them there till they shed. Not everyone does. It's a bit of a personal choice, really. There's no bad way of doing it. And then once they've shed, I normally grab them, and then I'll, depending on how I'm feeling, I'll normally set up 2 big tubs. I don't know if you like, I normally have a couple of these big 50-odd litre tubs, which I put the adults in when I'm cleaning.
Change your camera, does you?
Oh, yeah. Put on the other one. Sorry, we don't need to see the little ones anymore. Actually, I'll just hide that for now. Here we go. So I normally have this bigger tub here. I'll normally have 2 of those. And I'll just go through, I'll take the lid off this, or, take it off, take one out, I'll pop it, and I'll set up boys and girls. And then once I've set up boys and girls, I'll normally go through and do the boys first, and then I will select. So obviously we've got Zeb Jags, we've got Zebs, we've got Jags. So I'll normally go through, I'll do Zeb Jags, I'll do Zebs, I'll do Jags, I'll do wild types males, and then I'll go through and do girls. Other people do it different ways. That's just how I do. So when I see the first one, I know they're all boys. And someone goes, I'm looking for a, male Zeb Jag, got any spare? I can go, I've got 3 there. Let me have a look and see if I want to, spare one sort of thing.
Yep.
And that's how I go. So that's normally what I do. So you can pop them straight out of the egg. I normally wait a couple of weeks. Popping them as neonates is pretty easy. It's not overly hard if you know what you're doing. What
Definitely.
about you?
Yeah, same, mate. I wait. Anything that hatches through the week, I set up that weekend. And the same deal, mate. I'd rarely wait till they've all shed. I normally wait, for 3, 4, 5 days, whatever it is, to the weekend and set them up. Faye's got a good point. She said they're still slimy before they shed. So I like to give them a good spray every day in the tub while they're still in the incubator to try and get rid of some of that slimy egg feel about them.
Yep.
And change that paper towel every day or 2 so that they tend to make a fair bit of mess in that tub in the first few days. They're very active and about.
Yeah,
I don't like to. Yeah, mate. I don't like to pop them straight out of the egg. I think they've been through enough hatchings. Fairly stressful event coming from nice peaceful place out into the world. So I generally leave them a week, and I'll exactly what you did. All these ones I've just set up, I'll put their number on, and I'll sex them and put their little coloured sticker on, and they're good to go from there. So at that point, they're popped and they've got a pretty good idea of what's going on. and leave them a while. And I'll, anything that's going out later on, I'll certainly probe to be 100%. But generally, the popping is fairly accurate if done, in that first week.
Yeah. I my preferred method is to wait till they've shed and do them. Or if for whatever reason I need to do them a bit sooner, I only do it when I'm putting them in a rack. But comes down to personal preference. But yeah, that's my choice. I like them shed and popped and put away. And
ready to roll.
Yeah, it's always pretty accurate that way. So
Tremaine saying, what's the best way to go about learning to pop them?
Well, I learned how to do it 2 ways. One, I just back in the early 2000s, I went and did my venomous handling course at Wires and Sydney Wildlife, and used to do a lot of venomous relocation sort of thing. So always getting calls out through them. So often you would get an animal that was dead on arrival or something that needed to be euthanized. Yeah. So when I would go to, you get an Eastern Brown, some guy goes, oh, there's a snake on my driveway. You turn up, the guy neglects to tell you that he's driven it over with his car.
Yeah, or smashed his head off with a shovel like a hero.
Yep. So getting something like that is the best. That is how I learnt to probe. I had a good friend, Neil Cass, at the time, who happened to live just around the corner, who was a very experienced, or still is a very experienced herper as well. So I had him able to teach me probing. He was actually taught to probe by Mark O'Shea. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, but
very cool.
Long time ago, before Mark was massively famous like he is now. So I practice on the dead, and also when I had stuff that for whatever reason didn't make it out of the egg, it also gave me the opportunity to practice some popping. So having someone experienced that knew how to do it to show me meant he could find a male and say, here's a male, and this is how you do it. So I practiced on a male, and then it becomes an experience thing. But having someone showing you how to do it is certainly an easy way to learn, how much pressure they need. It's not hard, but you do need to make sure you're holding them correctly, you're supporting the spine and doing everything else, and, you're not sliding your thumb up and dragging all the scales. I actually roll the thumb, might not pick it up too much, but tend to roll it up. And obviously you don't want to be on top of the hemipene, squashing the hemipene down, so you need to make sure you're squeezing it so it pops out of the tube. But how about you, Brent? How did you
No, spot on, mate. I think you got it in the bag. That rolling motion's the hardest thing. People tend to squeeze, downwards. It's really a rolling together motion, to try and force those hemipenes. You've got to think there's 2 hemipenes inside the bottom of that snake for the males, and they're sort of inverted. So you've got to sort of unravel them and get them to extend and push out. So you really got to sort of just gently roll and force them out. It's certainly something I think should be taught in person. I mean, there's plenty of probably good YouTube videos out there as well to show it. It's like you said, it's experience, and once you've got one that is a male, and then you can learn how much pressure, how minimal pressure you need to put on that to get those hemipenes out, because too much pressure is where you're going to have problems. It's something with experience, and mate, like we talked about before, even the first class you set up of the year, you sort of you've been a year out of the game, you sort of pop a couple and female, and you start to wonder, am I doing this right? And then bang, you get a male, and you think, okay, cool. It's you still got it. So it's it certainly helps a lot. Just practice, mate. When you do a couple hundred a year for me, and a couple of thousand a year for you, you certainly get better at it.
I've certainly done a few thousands over the years, that's for sure. But yeah, it is just practice, and if you've got someone in your area that is experienced, and obviously having people come to your house is not something a lot of us do. Just obviously the rest of theft and trust and all that sort of stuff. And it's not that we think people are bad. It's just you come in, you're a good honest bloke. You come in, we teach you, and suddenly you tell someone else and go, oh yeah, I was at Darren's place in Northwest Sydney, and blah blah blah. Oh, yeah, whereabouts? Oh, yeah, just up here near the road, back of such and such and what. You know,
Yep.
you're innocent, not thinking anything evil of it.
Yeah.
Next minute, you know, someone's scouting the area. So that's kind of the main thing. But if you can find someone that breeds, that knows how to do it, and it, you know, even can meet you somewhere if they're prepared to give you that time to help you and show you. I mean, you know, I've named Brent for a long time with dealing him, and even he was the same when we, you know, Brent first came to me and was buying rats and mice, and we used to meet in the car park.
Yeah, several times. That was the mandatory thing for many years. Was the BP? You used to make me drive to the BP at bloody Kellyville, which was 30 seconds from your place and 35 minutes from my place. But that's the way it works in the world of want and need. When you want it, you know, when you need it, you drive to where they have to go. So. Yep,
that's it. So Neil said, "Is probing a must once you have mastered popping?" Well, I think. Unless you want to ask this one, Brett, but you want me to go?
No, you go, mate. You're on a roll.
I think probing is definitely something you need to know. Popping is certainly good for the hatchies, but if you're ever, I don't like to. I know it can be done. I am definitely not a fan of popping anything past an neonate stage. So if once it gets older and it's feeding, it starts getting some size on it. I know it can be done, but I think, you know, once they get some muscle retention in the hemipenes and trying to massage them to get them out, as an older animal, it's very difficult. And I don't like. I think I've told the story before. I've seen photos from Kellyville Pets of someone that sexed an adult albino there and popped it, and it was a female, and they said it was a male. And, mate, how that thing didn't get its tail snapped in half at the bone surprised me. And that's why I don't like it. So once anything past neonatal stage, you know, I'd rather leave it till 12 months of age and then probe it. So I actually, because I was away during breeding season, not season gone, season prior, up here where I keep my Bartley stimmies, and Brent had to come over and shuffle them around because they were still paired up when I got the call to leave them. I didn't have time to separate them. So I actually had to go through all those this morning and probe them all. So I spent this morning probing, there's 10 of them, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them up there, and probing them all. And I'd managed to sort out most during breeding season, but there was 2 I didn't, so I had 2 wrong. But having the ability to probe allowed me to double check, make sure I've got everything, and everything's set back to where it comes now. So personally, I think probing is certainly a must if you're, you know, buying snakes and moving snakes on, even to double check something, you know, you had for a while and you're not sure about. What about you, Brent?
Definitely, mate. I like to, at 6 months or onwards, I'll probe stuff. And certainly when you're selling something, there's nothing, you know, worse than selling an animal as the wrong sex. So that makes me very confident when I'll pop something and mark it boy or girl, and then at 6 months I'll probe it to check it before selling anything that's, you know, expensive. I'll certainly double check it with a probe, and just to be sure, you know, there's nothing better than, I popped it as a male, you know, and then probe it, you know, 6 months and it's 10 scars, and you go, beautiful, I'm happy, you know, like it's almost like a double check. But like I say, I don't like probing little stuff. Certainly at 6 months minimum, or, you know, good size on them before you even attempt to start dancing around with the probe. So the probe, I think, is more or equally as dangerous as popping. It's something you need to be experienced at as well. They will twist up and, you know, do horrible things to themselves with the probe inside them. Sometimes you need to just let go of the thing and try and keep the tail straight and pull it out without causing damage to the animal.
Yep.
So both of them, same deal. You need someone with experience to teach you and how you hold the animal, and it's as much about a confidence thing. You've got to get the animal calm at the same time as you being calm to do it. You know, if either one of you's fully stressing out and tense, you know, it doesn't work well. So
no, definitely not. Yeah, it's so certainly it's a good skill to learn, but certainly both I would recommend if you know someone to get taught or shown, or as I said with probing, if you've, you know, got a dead snake, or you know a vet that's nearby that does, you know, any sort of reptile work or something like that, then, you know, there's an opportunity there with, you know, roadkill stuff and things. I mean, the very first thing I probed was a dead eastern brown. So, you know, and then I went on, I was probing eastern browns and red bellies for a while till I got the confidence to probe, and this was a guided probing as well with the help of my mate Neil, and to get it, because something dead teaches. What it taught me was the pressure I needed to get it in, so I know how far, and then I could play with how much force, you could exert before you ruptured anything. So just learning those parameters, I suppose. But then when you add it into a male, you're also adding into an animal that's physically contracting and squeezing and moving and twisting and everything else. So you've got that added thing. But knowing the safety side of it makes that side a lot easier once you start moving into the real deal.
Got to be gentle, and that leads into John's next question, which is the perfect follow-up question to that. Not that one. That's Jonesy.
All right. Sorry.
Mate who drive. John's question: how can you know if a probe snake was injured during probing?
Yeah.
Well, mate, you'll see blood if it's a bad probing event. Certainly for a couple of days, they'll bleed if they've smashed that probe through the end of their little hemipene tube area there and gone out the other side. So certainly females can be pushed through and very short, and if they're applying too much pressure, can go straight through the back end. But the problem is, if that happens and you buy that snake 6 months later, you got no idea. But if you punch through something, you've got the risk of infection, and you've got the risk of doing damage. If it's a male, you got hemipenes in there, and you got shoving that probe through things. You got the added risk of damaging sex organs that will render that thing useless come breeding time.
Yeah.
So no way to know, unfortunately, but I've had people, bought snakes and then say to me, "Oh, this thing's bleeding from the cloaca," and I'm like, ask them, did they probe it before they gave it to you to check, which is common practice, no issue, but possibly things didn't go so well with probing, and if blood's coming out of it, that's not a good sign. It's,
definitely not. Debbie's hemipene. Well, I hope my hemipene to be damaged. It's not going to work very well.
No, last thing you want is a steel rod through the hemipene. There's nothing cool about that.
So, and it's, like I've heard it and seen it all over years, people saying, "Oh, I want to get a, whatever, Blamac, what sex is it? Oh, yeah, I've got a couple here. What sex you looking for? Female. Oh, yeah, well, that's a girl, and they just pop the male under the table and flog it. So, having the ability to double check everything when you get it yourself or buying it. And I've done it before, as Neil said before, I've got a mate who probed mine, but he drove for hours, might need to learn it. Mate, I've done it for plenty of people over the years. Time gets away from me now, but I get people ask all the time, "Oh, I'm buying a snake. Could you come with me and double check and probe it?" And the amount of times people go, "Oh, yeah, mate, it's a girl," and then you turn up and they go, "Do you mind if I probe it?" "Oh, well, I bought it as it's supposed to be a girl." Suddenly,
my mate said.
Yeah, my mate, I got it from your mate, and he said it was a girl. Then you probe it, it's a male.
And my mate's got 27 snakes, mate. He knows what he's doing.
Yep. Or the the other stories. I mean, you could probably name it, and I've probably heard it. Oh, yeah, proven breeder, laid 15 eggs last year. Why is it combating with another male? It's definitely a girl. So there's plenty of that. So being able to probe is insurance
helps a lot. Yep. Heard it before with the male, mate. This male's mate is a goer. It'll mate with a rope on the ground. These things are cracker, and you get it home and it's a female. It's like, well, okay, good male, but
crazy.
But like you say, I've seen it plenty. I've gone to buy snakes and travelled long times. I've been to people's houses before that didn't know what the snake was. I went to Joe Payne's place in Wollongong one night, looking at a green tree that she was unsure of the sex of. It wasn't a mix-up. She just said, "I don't know." So I needed a boy. Turned up and sexed it, and it was a girl. So unfortunately, not to be, but I've certainly travelled places before, like you say, and people say it's a boy, and you check it and you go, "Sorry, it's a girl." And unfortunately, it's better to check before you take it home and quarantine it and test it and do all sorts of things, and then go, that's a problem. It's not cool.
So just popping back, I was just scrolling through, seeing if we missed up any questions, and this one popped up from Steve Johnson. What do you guys think a diamond zebra across diamond zebra would look like in its super form? Well, just thought it was interesting. It's really subject on the polygenic side of things as what the diamond was to start off with and what the zebra was. So, if you've got a really nice bright high yellow diamond, they went with a really nice bright high yellow zebra, there's a good chance you'd make a really nice bright high yellow superform.
Super. Yep. Obviously going to be a patternless animal, but that base color is the big question.
Yeah. So even if you had like some of these guys here, they're going to be quite bright yellow. But if you put that with, the majority of diamonds you see around, which are black and pastel yellows and whites and stuff, and not actually overall fluorescent yellow, so to speak, then they're probably not going to be overly nice. Be like a lot of the supers you see around, which are more, I suppose, what would you call it, a brownie color, I suppose.
Yep.
I wouldn't call it a
chocolate.
Yellow. Like caramel sort of color. So yeah, that sort of stuff really lends itself to the polygenics and the polymorphism you get within those animals. So
could be a nice mix with the right animals. When you're people pairing up stuff just for the sake of it, but when you're particularly looking at, like you say, at a polygenic trait of something that's high yellow or something you're trying to achieve with a pairing like that, certainly potential for some magic looking animals.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people see, and that's something we'll probably have a topic on one night, talk about polygenics and variations and things like that. But it's one thing you see a lot of overseas, like the Gamma Jags or, check out this Diamond Bredley, something or other, or whatever. And you see one example of a stunning snake, which happens. And it's like, but you don't know what those animals looked like prior to being put into that line. And that one spectacular creature you see might have been the only one in the clutch that came out. And it's just ticked every single polygenic box to make an anomaly in the clutch that is just absolutely stunning. What's the rest of the clutch look like? You get a huge variation of polymorphic variation in the clutch that, you probably got some, I don't like to say the word ugly, but let's say not as appealing to some animals.
less beautiful.
Less beautiful creatures in the clutch. So, certainly having a goal, when you look at this sort of stuff, having a goal and a direction you want to take it to, and then working it back, I find, like my direction with these guys is always to make, the brightest yellow Zebs and Zeb Jags and Jags, etc. I can. And the only way to do that is to continually put high yellow stuff back into the lineage, which is what I'm doing. And it's the same with anything, that's regardless.
And obviously going forward from that, you can make some fluoro super zebras and super zebra Jags.
Yeah. And then you can add that, into other stuff. As soon as that gets out crossed, you'll lose some of that fluorescence, so to speak, or some of those yellows. But, depends on the goals where you want to take it to.
Yep.
Jason Norman, hey guys, missed the show. How are the odds tonight? One word, shit. Next question.
Well, we don't know for sure. I wouldn't be writing off that little snow. Yes, I want the bottle of alcohol, but I tell you, that on camera, that one looks a lot lighter than any of the other albinos in that clutch. So we'll see. Once it's out of the egg, we'll get a little bit better look. Because, mate, I'll tell you, there's some snows out there that look albino-ish to me. So
there is. I think it depends on the line. I think the Axanthic line that's in them on some of them, but Brent had not the greatest odds with his granites, but did happen to crack a really nice granite Mac. That is. So, but that's nice. So, I've got something anyway. Maybe it's a snow. We'll have to, time will tell, I guess.
Yep, we'll see. It's I guess once it comes out of the egg and sheds, it gets that heavy egg skin off. We might get a better look at it. So it's hopefully.
You got a friend in Penrith, Brent?
Liam Bastian just tried popping a clutch of olives. Not confident at all. In Penrith, who'd live in Penrith, mate? No one lives in Penrith, surely.
Yeah.
You think I have this Roosters Cup if I lived in Penrith, mate? Jesus. Mate, I am in Penrith, but my like the most time poor person in the world, but only getting worse too. But shoot me a message, mate. We might be able to bring them over to my shop at Richmond. Maybe one arvo I can do a quick look and check for you, mate. It's just time is like not my friend 24/7.
And unfortunately, this time of year, not only is there all the snakes hatching and all that side of thing, it's right on Christmas time. There's shopping and the social events calendar is filling up and everything, and it's like never ending.
Yep.
Stuff. It's like it's great to see them all hatch, but it's the worst time of year to hatch.
It
They need to all hatch in like March.
Be way better. Way better. Doesn't help at work. It's absolute pandemonium because it's the Christmas pump on now till right up to Christmas. So you cop it from every angle. Renos flat out, work flat out, snakes flat out. It's all happening. Yes, Faye, I've been taking naps in the afternoon. It's been a very bad habit of the last week. Nearly every night I've had to have a hour to 3 hour power nap after work. It's absolutely pissing me off. It's come home talking to the wife and I can feel it. It's like, yeah, gone. Like, wake up 9:30. It's like, oh my God, I got shit to do. I cannot be here sleeping. It's very painful.
Actually, Liam, you don't have to go quite that extent, mate. You can
66% female.
50% is probably just fine, mate. Just 50% is good.
I like it though. 66% pos female.
Well, it depends. It depends on, you got to ask the people. See, that's how you got to play the game. You know, what's sex after
right.
male? Well, these are 66% males, pos het males.
And when it's a pos, it can be any amount, mate. Over the years, I've seen some unbelievable odds of things. That, 33% pos het albino. I'm like, what the hell?
Where does that come from? How do you even make that up?
Some new odds generator I don't know about out there.
Yeah,
interesting ones.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember seeing some ads years ago. Probable female. Wow. Anyway, what, you popped it and couldn't see hemipenes? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, probable female, have paired it with the male and haven't seen anything.
Yes. Interesting. Well, Robert's kitchen ready by Christmas. Oh, let's not talk about the kitchen. Was meant to be some progress this week that did not happen. So maybe next week we will get back on track. We shall see. Hopefully, mate, I hope so for my wife. I'm over it, beyond it. My level of, can't say the F word on this channel, but my level of care at the moment is extraordinarily low. But
the reason Brent can't say that word is because he's used them all up. He's completely out of them.
They're all gone. And there was more gone this morning after I told you, Daz, when I pulled that tub out and saw a bunch of slugs in it this morning. That was very, very good this morning, I reckon. My neighbours probably went, what's going on next door? I heard about 400 F-bombs go off at 7:30 this morning. I was like,
he's done an annual allotment of the F word.
And I did say shut the tub and went to work in absolute disgust of not even cleaning those slugs out of that tub. You can sit there with them all day, bitch.
That's how you want to play the game? Fine. You deal with the problem.
So unhappy. So unhappy.
Definitely.
Anyway, it happens. It happens.
All right. Well, it's been a bit long, an hour and 40 minutes. So
we had a bit to go through, I suppose. A couple of clutches and the results of the egg cut, mate. Do you want the numbers now?
Yeah, damn, I was trying to get out of it.
Well, let's say there was potentially 6 wild types and 4 zebra jags. There was some suspect on the zebras, but I had the score down at 6-3 jags to zebra. But there was a couple that was suspect, so I thought I'll be kind. I'll give you those 2 to make it, the 2 that I thought could go either way, and you still lost at 6-5, even with your 2 maybes.
Yeah.
So
it sounds about my luck.
Sounds about your odds. So not a bad, pretty even spread over all the genes. Like 6-6, 4-4, not too bad on the spread, but unfortunately for you, not in the right boxes. So that would be seals in bottle number 3, and we're waiting on the snow for bottle number 4.
Oh, so what is it? 2 Baileys and a
2 Baileys, 2 Kahluas now, mate. Yeah, 2 Baileys and a Kahlua, potentially another Kahlua if the
if it's a snow.
if the snow pops.
I'm sure it's just an albino.
You've never wanted an albino so bad in your life, have you?
Oh, yeah. So it's like finally get one. It's like, no, how does this work? How am I supposed to win and lose at the same time?
Absolutely. Faye reckons you're going to be broke, Daz. Broke from Dan Murphy's. That's what you're going to be.
Break from Dan. Yeah, that's it. Break from Dan Murphy's. Break from setting up quarantine and getting more snakes. Break. I think you have to sell off a collection.
Lucky you got a few to sell, mate. If you sold them all, at $1 each, you'd have $700, mate. You'd be doing all right.
I'd be laughing. I could retire. No. Yeah. All right, mate. No worries. So where can people find you if they're looking for you?
KHP Reptiles on Facebook, Brent Smith on Messenger. Webpage is going to www.khpreptiles.com.au. And you, Mr. MBD?
Yep. Darren Whittaker, Morelia by Design on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube. So it's all happening there. A little bit more time and effort into that once I get around to it. But that was it. Well, guys, thanks again for joining in and listening to us ramble on Saturday night.
A bit of a long one, but hey, we were doing nothing else, were we?
Yeah, that's it. It's good to get a couple of clutches out and a bit of variation and go through some of my losing bets.
Mate, Sharpie chimed in. He reckons be 6 months plus before you know if it's a snow or a moon. So that means it's definitely at least a snow. If Sharpie's called it, it's a snow. So
it's definitely not a moon. So yeah. Yeah.
Mate, I think we're more in the odds of is it an albino or a snow at this stage. So.
Yeah. We'll see when it comes out. I'll get some pics up once it's come out and shed in comparison. We'll see where we go from there. But,
yep, absolutely.
All right.
I hope so for you, mate. Forget about the alcohol. I hope you finally at least pull a snow out of it, and hopefully it's a boy that you can, punch back over that female and certainly improve your odds for future pairings.
Oh, I reckon definitely. So anyway, I might resort to make them own hits just so I can have some more.
Could be quicker the way you're going.
Oh, I'll tell you. Anyway, who knows? All right, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon on the next one. Peace out.
Cheers, guys.